Hey bitches, I'm back better than ever. Do you like my new background? Yeah, that's what I thought. I love this stuff. This is the best shit ever. Please get onto it. It's called Lucas's Purple Ointment. I 110% recommend this shit. It's beautiful. At the moment, my lips aren't dry, but they're like kind of lacking moisture. So, this is go. Hey guys, it's Meli. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing the how to get the perfect bushy brow and the perfect Instagram brow. Well, how I do it. Because I don't usually include my brows, like the step of my brows in my tutorials, I thought, why not just make a video entirely about brows? So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about today. I hope you enjoy my new and improved backdrop. Just was feeling a little spunky today, thought I'd do something different because lately I've been doing my room as my backdrop with the whole Hollywood mirror situation, but this time I was just like, nah, over that, just gonna do the backdrop. So anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so breathing in. I might have some water before I get started. I love water. For my brows, depending on what the day is, the occasion, how I'm feeling, it depends on how I do my brows. I need a fart. So, at the moment, my brows are a little bit bushy and unplucked, so I'm just going to pluck a few hairs off. I think I might zoom you guys in, actually. Ooh, nice and close and personal! Why am I so annoying? I don't even care. I'm not even sorry, you know? Okay, I don't know if you can see the little hairs or not, but they're there, okay? My brows are just a bit of a mess at the moment because I don't go to get them done. I just pluck them I just pluck them myself because I'm lazy and I cannot be bothered. I'm not going to pluck off any at the top. And I don't want to pluck off too many either because I kind of like them sort of bushy. Like, even though it's hard for my type of brow to be bushy because my individual hairs are really, really long. It's hard to explain. Like, the individual hair on its own is long. So it's kind of hard to keep it bushy because it just looks stupid. So I'm going to pluck a few stray hairs I don't want. Ow. Like, some of them come down really low and I'm not here for it. Anyway, so I'm going to grab an angled brush. This one's a bit filthy, but you know. Oh well. This one is the Designer Makeup Tools 10606 Angled Liner Definer, but I don't use this as a liner brush. I use this for my brows. I just got this in my makeup kit when I started school, like makeup school. So Designer Makeup Tools, I don't know if everyone knows that. I didn't know it until I started school, but anywho. So, what should I do first? I'll just do Instagram brow or bushy brow? I might as well just start the Instagram brow. That's what I'm going to do first. So I'm going to start off with the Instagram brow on my right side. Sorry, it's so bad. You know when I drive, I have to do this sometimes so I remember which way I'm going. Like, if someone's giving me directions and they say left, I'm like, not joking, true story. I'm going in with the Brow Zings by Benefit, and I have the shade 4. Now this is more like I forget that this comes with like tweezers and like a brush, but I don't use that. Anyway, so we're gonna go in with the gel side, and I used 2 pomades. Well, 2 of these kits. Pomades? Is it a pomade? It's gel. It's more gel. So I'm going to start off with a light shade to just to line up and start the brow. So I still want it to be kind of bushy, even though it's more of an Instagram brow. I still want it to be bushy. I'm really sorry if you can hear the wind in the background. I can't like do anything about that, obviously. Well, I can by investing in a mic, but still haven't gotten around to that. I will. I think I'm actually going to buy a mic because I love doing this, and I've decided that I want to continue doing this. So I'm going to invest in a mic, don't you worry. So dipping into the gel side. I don't know why I tapped that off, because obviously nothing is going to come off. I'm just used to like the powder. Anyway, so we're going to begin. I always begin underneath, and I'm just going to lightly bring that across. That was a bit too low. Wow. This is why I don't do brows on camera, because I always feel like I'm going to stuff it up. Anyway, we can always go back in and clean that afterwards in the end, so don't stress if it's a bit messy. Anyway, I'm going to create a tail with the gel. Oh my god, I just did it again. So create that tail, and that's why I like to start underneath, because then I can create the tail. So yeah, I always start off with a shade that is colour than my natural brow hairs. And then if anything, I go in with a darker shade and I fill in the ends of my eyebrow, because I don't want like the start of it to be really dark. I want it to still, even though it's an Instagram brow, I still want it to look more natural. It's not natural, but like, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so then I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the top and create that arch. And the car. And I just want the top to meet with the bottom. You can see that. Anyway, once I've lined both the top and bottom, I just like to go in with the leftover and fill in inside. And as I do this, I am just roughly going into the start of my brow. And by doing this at the end, like doing the start of my brow at the end with the leftover product, it's not as harsh and it just looks better. And don't worry if it's messy, because this comes off so easily. Like literally I'll make it so messy and then I'll brush it up with my finger and it's fine. So don't stress about getting it everywhere. This shit comes off. It's makeup, it comes off. Okay, now that we've got it mapped out, that's kind of the word I was looking for, I think. I'm going to go in with the same product but in shade 6. Number 6, shade 6, whatever. The same thing, it's got little tools in there that I don't want. Even though I used it a million times, I've always put them back in, but I don't need it. Anyway, so this is a lot darker, but we're going to go in with that, and just very lightly. You don't want to like dig into it, you just want to lightly tap it. Anyway, and you just want to focus the darker shade on the inside of where you've lined it out, just to give it more depth and to make it more sharp and darker. Anyway, so going in with shade 4 and using the powder side of it, I'm just using the same brush for this whole thing because I just can't. That plane is so high up and I can still hear it. I guess it's not that high, but it's high and I can still hear it, and you can probably hear it too. I just got that in my mouth. So now with the powder, we're going to just fill in all these hairs, define the brow, give it a defined moment. Go underneath where you've lined, where you've mapped out underneath to make it more defined. And yeah, like I said, if it's messy, not to worry, because we're going to clean it up anyway. Alright, I've decided I'm actually going to go in a little bit with the darker powder from shade 6 and make it darker here. Just a little bit. Now back in with my little spoolie brush, and I'm just going to spoolie that through. I might even bring the brow hairs down and switching back to 4 and go in the spots that I can see a missing product. So then it's all even. Okay, now going in with the Master Conceal by Maybelline. Oh my god, I nearly fell. I have the shade 10 Fair, 10 Clair. I don't think there's any left. Oh, yep, there we go. Alright, now I'm going to grab a flat brush. This one's by Morphe. It's the M224. And I'm going to carve out my brows and make them insta-like. Finally. Okay, let's carve them out. So carving them out is just basically to clean them up and to make them look all sharp. And I'm sure you all know that by now. But be careful. Be really careful when you're doing this, because one mistake and you can fuck up the whole brow. And we don't want that, do we? No, we don't. Okay, so now with the leftover of the concealer that's on this brush, I might even lightly just grab the leftover stuff there and make this more ombre looking. Okay, that did nothing. So just go over the tops of it. I normally don't do this with the concealer. I normally do this with the foundation because then it matches, like it all ties in together when you use the foundation. Now because this is the Instagram brow, that is why I'm going over the top. If it's a natural bushy brow, I don't do that. Anyway, now with the same brush, I'm just going to blend that all. Look at the difference. Look at this brow compared to that. Oh, I live. I need a fart. Okay, now, I don't know what I was doing before I had all of these products, but Benefit has changed my brow game for the better. Let's just say that. That's all I'm going to say. That's all. Like I said, it is more of an Instagram brow, but I still want to keep it kind of more bushy and natural because I'm more fair-skinned at the moment. Fair-skinned at the moment. By that, I mean I just don't have tan on, and this is my natural pasty colour self. So, to add more dimension and bushiness and just complete this brow, we're going to go in with the Gimme Brow by Benefit, and I've got the shade 3. And it's so cute. I love this thing. Look at it. Oh, look at it. So I'm just going to brush up the hairs whilst giving it some more colour. Gonna brush them up. Now I love doing this because, like I said, my hairs are really individually long. Oh! I just saved myself. As I was saying. Yeah, so my hairs are naturally really long, the individual hairs, so by doing this it is poking them up, just bringing them upwards and make them not, because there's nothing worse than when you look down and your brow hairs come down with it, if you know what I'm talking about. So doing this prevents them from doing that. And then one more product, the 24-hour brow setter. I just farted, I hope you didn't hear that. And this just locks it in all day. and keeps it in nice and firm. There's a hair on it. It's got a hair in it. Okay, so this is the Instagram brow all done. And now let's just go ahead and get into the bushy brow. How good does it look though? I love it. I live for my new brow game. But basically, my bushy brow routine, or natural brow, just whatever you want to call it, brow, it's literally this whole thing, this whole routine, step by step thing, minus the pomade. Literally. Actually, no, I do kind of use it a little bit just to map it out. So it's very similar, it's just less dramatic basically. Let's just say that. For this look, I'm not going to use any of shade 6 like the other kit. I'm only going to use number 4 because I do want this to be as natural looking as possible. So I'm going to use this, the tiniest bit of gel but mostly powder whilst I do this. So I'm going to brush them up because, like I said, I want them very bushy. And I'm going to begin by mapping them out and adding colour. Yeah, so this is all powder. Brushing them up. Okay. Now going back in with, oh shit. Back in with the Gimme Brow. My chair is spinning on me. And I'm going to coat my brows with the Gimme Brow. That's what I'm going to mainly do for this step. I'm just going to put a shit ton of Gimme Brow. Just everywhere. Do the windshield wiper motions with this as I go. If that makes sense. And I'm going to like press on it. Press on it so it's like flat but curvy. If that makes sense. So it's like pushing it, windshield wiper motions, and pressing it down so it still looks bushy. Now this is going to come together once I've concealed it all, so don't worry if it looks ridiculous. Going in with the brow setter again, just to lock it all in like I said before. I might add like a tiny little bit more of powder just underneath the arch to just make it look like an arch. Back in with the concealer and conceal this brow and bring it back to life. Again with the leftover on my hand, I'm going to softly, like really softly go over the top in only some areas, like where the powder is really messy. And you can really tell the difference between the brows. Honestly, I don't know which one I like better. Sometimes I really feel really fierce and strong and I just want to wear this really dramatic brow, and other times I just want to feel pretty and elegant, so I prefer. These birds are ruining my moment, like my strong independent woman moment, you know. Anyway, I just prefer this eyebrow sometimes because I want to look elegant and pretty rather than strong and bold and fierce. Like, I've got different moods, you know. Anyway, I'm going to jump off camera and do the rest of my face just because why not, and then you will see the finished final look. I'm not going to do any eyeshadow because I just cannot be bothered, but I want you to tell me which eyebrow you prefer today. Anyway, I'll see you on the flip side. So here is the final 2 brow looks, all done with the GLAM. I'll probably have to zoom you guys out, but I just want you to have one more close-up look. I added more of a highlight to the brow bone on this one since the eyebrow is more dramatic. And this one is a lot more soft. This is the eyebrow that I can lift. I can't do the other one even if I tried. Anyway, natural brow, dramatic ass brow. I honestly love both of them. It just depends what I'm feeling, really. Okay, so like I said, those are the two brows. Please let me know in the comment section down below which eyebrow you prefer, if you like the natural bushy or the bold Instagram brow. I really hope you guys like this video. I always say this part wrong. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and also if you could click the little notification bell thingy down below, that'd be really awesome. Please, that'd be great, because I just need some loving. I need some support, especially now that I'm actually going to try and be consistent. Yeah, I need some support. So anyway, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Bye. To hide the glow, because I can never get over this glow.